Good morning! Welcome to our new lesson in science, and it is all about safety measures in physical activities and in the proper handling of materials. So let's start. Does your school have a playground? How do the school officials make sure that the students stay safe while playing? School playgrounds are designed in a way that ensures the safety the children play in. Most of the time, the playground equipment such as the swings or slides are made out of plastic or other materials that have smooth surfaces and are not too hard. The play areas are also built on grounds that are covered with grass, soft soil, or rubber mats. So, in our previous lesson, we discussed that the force, the push and pull on an object may affect the size, the shape, and the movement of that object. So, keep track of the things around you from time to time. You come to school, to the time you go home in the afternoon. Which of the activities includes the application of force? How do you do these activities in a way that you are not harmed? Okay, this time we will discuss observing safety measures in daily activities. So here are some safety practices that you can use in our daily activities. On your way to school, while inside the classroom, while outside the classroom, during physical education or PE classes, and while at home. On your way to school, look at the pictures. On your way to school, use a small bag for small things. Again, small bag for small things. Use a stroller or trolley bag for heavy things. To avoid having to carry heavy loads, the force of the heavy loads is not good for your body. Always look both ways before crossing the street to check for incoming vehicles. So look for left and look for your right when crossing the street. The third is when you are riding a bus or any other vehicle, sit or stay in a position wherein no part of your body is hanging out. So you will not, when you are riding a bus and when you are in the window corner, do not left your arm outside the window because you don't know that there are other cars will pass on that way and it might harm your arms. So that is why you will sit or stay in position while riding a school bus or any bus. Okay, what? That is all about in on your way to school. What about while inside the classroom? Okay, inside the classroom, there are so many things that you can find in the classroom. The chalkboard, the chairs, the tables, and the electrical outlets. So what are you going to do? Things that are hanging inside the classroom such as lights and boards should be checked to make sure that they are tightly attached to the ceiling and walls. Second, keep your classroom clean and orderly at all times to prevent accidents. Store all materials and tools properly in their designated places. Third, be careful when handling sharp objects such as your pencil and your ball pen. Avoid pointing the sharpened end of the pencil toward your classmates. because it can harm you, especially when you are pointing the eyes of your classmate. Bang! Okay, it can make your classmates blind. So, avoid pointing, sharpening, and objects, just like your pencil and your ball pen. Okay, what about while outside the classroom? Okay, we have outside the classroom, you can see floors, pathway, corridor, and so on. So floors should always be checked to ensure that they are not wet or slippery. So look at the first picture. What happened to the girl? The girl is slipped herself because the floor is wet. So floors should always be checked. Second, walk carefully along the corridors. Okay, walk carefully. Do not run in the hallway. In short. Third, walk up and down the staircases carefully. Avoid playing along the railings of the staircases. So look at the third picture. The child, when he goes down the staircases, carefully, and he hold on the railings. Next, what about during PE classes? How will you do precautionary measure during PE classes? Okay, make sure that your teacher, your trainer, or an adult has to supervise you when you are playing. Okay, dili kay kamo-kamo regaduwa. Let your teacher, your advisor, your trainer, or an adult to supervise you. Next, make sure that rubber mats cover cement pavements for activities such as gymnastics. So, if you are a gymnastic, make sure that the floor is covered with rubber mats. Why? Just look at the GIF below. The gymnastic they are performing. And what if that girl will fall down? What will happen to the girl if there is no rubber mat? Worst case, she will broke her arms and legs. Very good. Okay, next, wear the proper sports attire. So when you have your PE class or it's PE time, what should you wear? So I am sure 100% that you have your PE uniform. So when it is time for playing in the school or PE time, you should wear your PE uniform, not your school uniform. Next is take care not to hit one another on the head or chest when playing ball games. So, when playing and when playing, there are sometimes that we get angry because we do not win the game. Do not hit your playmates or classmates on their heads. Why? And on the chest. Because this area, the brain, the skull, and the chest area are prone to death. Next, while at home, what should we do? What are the precautionary measures or safety measures can you do at home? Okay, when chopping or slicing Make sure that your parents are being with you. Always have an adult or parents to supervise you, or your older brothers and sisters to help you whenever you need to use sharp objects like knives. So look at the picture. The children are looking to their mother slicing the lemon. Do not play with sharp objects. Indeed, always ask the help of adults when reaching for things from high places. So, as of now, mostly of the houses have their hanging cabinets. So, what will you do when you cannot reach the things that you need? So, ask your parents or ask help of adults. And lastly, you must help keep your home clean and orderly at all times to prevent accidents. So, when you have an activity or you have done you are doing household chores in your home, after cleaning, after washing, after cooking, you must keep the objects or things to its proper order or cabinet. Safety measures and proper handling of materials must always be observed in school, at home, to avoid what will be avoid? Accident. Very good job. Again, our lesson is all about safety measures in physical activities and in the proper handling of materials on your way to school, while inside the classroom, while outside the classroom, during PE classes, and also while at home. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Goodbye, children. See you again for the next lesson. Goodbye.